It's your boy back at it again, Lazy Lightsaber, your boy Lazy. Today we're going to cover the top 3 games for the Nintendo Switch of 2019. So make sure you get nice and comfortable. Hopefully you got yourself a nice beer after a long, hard day's work, or maybe just a nice drink. You're laying back on your couch, getting lazy for the day. So we'll keep that in mind as we keep rolling. Crazy that we're about to be in 2020, folks. Hopefully that'll be a great year for this channel and we can all grow. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a lot of people that watch my videos but don't sub. Make sure that you do and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos that I will come out with. So let's get this show on the road, and we'll start off with number 3 of my picks for game of 2019. So my third pick is going to be Mario Maker 2. I really enjoyed this game. It was actually the first of its type. I had a DS before, a Nintendo 3DS, and I actually never got the version that was on that handheld. So this was my first introduction to the Mario Maker universe. I really dug the entire concept of how you make levels, and people will play your levels. I've made some of them, and people have played them. So I'm not big on the making of levels. It's kind of fun, but most of the time I just play other people's levels. I'm more of that side of it, but I do like making levels occasionally. It is definitely a feature of the game that I love. I also like the multiplayer concept of this. So even though I like the concept, I don't like the implementation that Nintendo did on this one. I think they failed on that. When you do multiplayer, it's like super laggy and slow and shit, and I just hate that. It's such a bummer, because if they would have hit that and they would have done it right, I think this game would have probably moved up to my number 2 spot. And that's really like a downer for this one, in my opinion. And you should also be able to talk with your friends and stuff. I don't know if you can, but I'm sure if you do, since it's a first party game, you're gonna have to use that stupid phone app. So those are just the little things that kind of take away from the game experience. But aside from that, I do like the new update that came out where you can play as Zelda. I'm sorry, we can play as Link from Zelda. So that was pretty dope. I like how they did the whole little Master Shield morph and all that. That was really cool. Definitely a great game that I would recommend that you buy. So definitely a strong title for Nintendo, and that's why I chose it as my number 3. So let's move on to my number 2, The Witcher 3. Now, The Witcher 3 Complete Edition, I did an unboxing of the cover art and the actual game. You probably want to know why I did an unboxing. Well, because the Complete Edition, which is actually the standard one that you get from buying, this is not like a collector's edition or anything like that. The Complete Edition is actually the normal one that you can go buy at the store. And that one actually comes with so much stuff inside. It comes with like stickers and a map. I mean, it's really old school. I love how they did that. They put a bunch of little free perks in there. So that was awesome. Like I haven't seen that in a long time, probably since like my Nintendo 64 days. That's how long it's been since I've seen that type of concept. But the game is phenomenal. I mean, there is so much. There's over 150 hours of gameplay on this thing, because it has like all the DLCs and expansion packs. It has everything all in one game. That's why it's called the Complete Edition. And to put the icing on the cake for this game, what was really dope about this is they put the entire game on the cartridge. So they got a 32 gigabyte cartridge and slapped the entire game on it. I mean, so that means no online downloading bullshit, none of that. You just put the cartridge in, you start right up. You know, if there's a new update, of course, you're gonna have to connect it online, but that's just for a new update or something like that, patches or something like that. But the whole game itself is on the cartridge, so you don't need any, you know, type of download. Half of the game on the cartridge type shit, and then the other half of the game, you know, like Mortal Kombat, where half of the game's on the cartridge and half of the game is a download. So here you don't see that. The freaking game itself, dude, the game is massive. I mean, super massive, and you can do so much. And it's not like you can't go anywhere, but not exactly like it. So like, if you can see here, right, like I'm running around and it is open world in this like section of like the world map, but you kind of go through these portals where you skip from like section to like city to city. So that's how they limit that. So it's not totally, you know, like Zelda Breath of the Wild, where you go through the entire map. You're never going through any load screens or anything like that. This one does have that, but it doesn't take away from the game. It is as open as you can get, besides the fact that you do have to go to that travel portal, right, to travel from city to city. But each city or each section portion of the map that you're on is really large, so you never feel like you're constrained by where you are. So I never had a problem with that. So the game itself, though, it offers so much. There's so much to do. Man, I have nothing but great things to say about this game. So that's why I chose at number 2. Make sure you pick it up. So we'll move along to my number 1 game. That's right, Astro Chain, boys and girls. You have seen my review of this game. If you haven't, please go back to that video, check it out. I really loved it. It blew my mind. When you first start this scene right here, this scene that you're looking at is the first scene of the game that you see when you start playing. You actually see this portion, and I thought it was amazing. This was probably the most amazing game I have played this year. I mean, there is so much to this. This game is not a huge open world game, you know, it's not that. The game maybe itself, to beat it, might take you like 20 hours at the most, maybe between 15 to 20 hours. I'm not exactly sure because I haven't beat the entire game yet. I've been playing a lot of games and cutting in and out. I haven't. But the game isn't that long. But just the concept of the game, the art, like the game looks super clean. And just the concept that you're a cop, right? So it has like this cyberpunk kind of, you know what? I'm not even gonna use that because then that would mean that this game is cyberpunk-ish, and I think that that's not the case. I think that cyberpunk is Astro Chain-ish. So when you talk about cyberpunk, you should be saying this game is like Astro Chain. So that's what we'll go ahead and do, right? Because this game came first. But I definitely think that this this futuristic setting looks so good on the Nintendo Switch, and this game, it doesn't push any limits, but it still looks so good. I don't know how they did that. It's very neon, very bright, very in your face. The colors are there, and it makes the game look so good. Like, that's actual gameplay that you're seeing right now. This is not from any, you know, CGI or anything like that. I mean, there is that in the game, but it transitions, you know, in and out of that so smoothly because it just looks so good. And the game offers a lot. It's very unique because you're basically like in this future world and you're a cop, right? And you have to do like a lot of detective stuff as well as combat. So it has those two elements. I mean, here, as you can see in this combat scene, I'm kind of doing like a drive-through type thing, right? Where I'm shooting at the bad guys from my motorcycle with my Glock. But there's also scenes in this game where you have to find clues and investigate, follow footprints. So that you know, that's pretty cool. I enjoy that aspect of the game as well, where it's not just okay, we're just gonna fight the entire game. You know, it does have that side part of it where you're doing other things besides fighting. You're being a cop, right? You're actually going out and investigating these cases. You're finding clues and prints, and you're following leads, much like a real cop would do. So that, I think that's so cool that this game offers that side of it. But that's pretty much it, guys. Those are my top picks for 2019. Don't forget to subscribe, and you guys have a great day. See you later.